now. I can tell you that most of my presentations have been really effective where I signed up big people because spontaneous, let's sit down and talk. You guys ever heard of the napkin presentation? What do you think that is? Because people that, when you really own your business is when you can do a presentation right there on the spot. And as you sit with somebody and you say, hey, you know, you went through the right thing, you did the discovery, maybe they asked you what you did, you led to the discovery, you're asking questions, it sounds like the perfect time. And when you could say, hey, do you have 5 minutes to sit down so we can talk about it? I want to show you something. And they say, yes, show me, and this is the presentation we're talking about. It's not a smiley face. I say, look, there are a bunch of customers out there, people that use essential home services, things like that you and I use every day. Let me give you some examples. There's electricity, there's gas, depending on where you live. There's different things, right? And these are things you use every day, right? You have a cell phone, yeah, I got all this. Okay, great. Essential home services. I said, do you pay money right now for those services? They always say, yes, right? So I said, okay, so you're already spending money every month, like everybody. Most companies take that money and put it into advertising, whether it be TV advertising, print advertising, whatever it is, in order to get more customers. Our company came along and said, let's people like you and I into this equation, and we gather customers, the customers for the services you see there, for this company. In order to put ourselves into this equation, it costs $299 one time up front. And to operate your business, you'll need something to track them and make sure you're getting paid residuals. You get paid month after month after month on those services. You want to make sure you're being able to track that. When you do that, to have that, it's a website that costs $19.95 per month. I just want you to know the cost because I don't want you to think that this is about me selling you anything. That $299 is not what I get paid to do. We get paid to do one thing. We gather customers for the company. That's why I showed you there, and it works. Our company is growing. It's all over North America right now. We're opening Europe in just a few months. We've got new services being added all the time to this list of essential home services. Just a great time. And would you agree with me, and I'm saying this to the person, would you agree with me that timing really matters in business? What are they going to say? Yes. That's what people say. You get them to say, yes. I've already asked them a few questions. Do you use these services? Yes. Do they make sense that timing is important in business? Yes. I'm getting them to say what? Yes. Right. Now you get it, right? So as we go through, I've explained this. This is the concept. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm talking about. If I talked about kilowatts, if I talked about anything else, therms and all this stuff I talked about, no, I haven't. All I've talked about is the concept. I'm telling you, you want to say the least amount possible to a person to get them to decide. You all hear that? Did you hear it? It's not about, oh, I could go over, and believe me, I could go over all kinds of things about this. I could keep going into detail about it. I could keep going forward with it. And some people might ask you questions, and then you can address it. In this concept, this 5-minute presentation, we're letting people sort themselves very quickly. Remember, you just sat down with them. You might not even know them. You sat down with them 5 minutes, and you're showing them. You said, great. So you understand that you're already participating in this model. You're just doing it in a way that you're paying out money, not receiving any money. Does that make sense? Great. Okay, well, here's what happens when you put your $299 in. Well, you open your business. You're real happy. You're excited about this. What do we do first? Well, try the services that are available and open to you. I just want to tell you, Frank, Joe, Joan, whatever your name is, right, whoever the person I'm talking with, if you owned a McDonald's, would you eat Big Macs? Of course you would. It doesn't take a genius to know that. If you're a Chevy dealer, are you going to drive Ford? No. If you own a spaghetti place, if you own an Italian restaurant, and your family goes to Olive Garden right next to you for the same amount of money, same cost, would you be upset if you watched your brother walking into Olive Garden? Yes, you would. It's word of mouth. So what we're going to do is first try the services available to you. We're describing your area which ones are available. Electricity is available, gas, electric. You can do phone, we can do internet, we can do TV, we can do internet, we can do whatever else you want to talk about. Boom, boom, boom. So we'll go through those services in a minute. I'll show you how to do them. But you become your own company. It's great, man. You can get paid back on these services. You've been paying every month. Now you can get paid money back to you for those services. So this gets you in the game. The very beginning, you turn on your website. We're going to go get you one service. By the way, and I want to say this to you off record from the 5-minute presentation. Do you know that you can get paid in Momentous without getting a website? Does everybody know that? It just takes 3 points. If somebody comes in, they don't get a website, they get 3 customer points, then they can get paid. You don't have to have a website. When we talk about it, and what's happening is everybody's talking about it as if it's mandatory. It's mandatory not in the effect from the comp plan. It's mandatory that I think all of us agree without having a website, what are you trying to do, right? I mean, it is one of the biggest helps that you can ever have. The internet's huge for our industry, so having a website is just common sense. I make it sound like it's mandatory. It's not. Somebody can come in and get 3 energy customers and get paid their bonuses. But obviously we double point the website, so we talk about it a lot. But we're going to make a shift here to just show people the actuality of it. It takes 3 customer points. We're going to go ahead and, because this is $20 a month, you probably never spent and probably never had that website before, we're going to double point it. When you turn on your website, you get 1 service, you have 3 points. I didn't say you're the customer. I didn't say it wasn't the customer. I just said when you have 3 customer points. When you do this, you have 30 days to do this. We're going to do it in your first 30 minutes because you're trying services right here. Then our company sends you $100. Now I'm going to tell you something, Joan, Sam, Frank, whoever it is. That $100 is more than just $100. It's a belief check. It can lead to millions of dollars if you really truly understand what we're trying to do. For people that are struggling financially, I say, look, that automatically takes that down to $199. You know you're going to get paid that. So now it's down to $200 business. And believe me, if you will understand that $100 is maybe the biggest check people get in their life in Momentous, because it allows them to cash, boom, I got it. Now I'm getting paid for my business. If you don't think it's important, go to one of these other companies where most people don't get that check and see how long they last. They just don't stick around, man. It's a belief check. So we talk about that $100, but gosh, we're not doing this just for $100. So, but let's go out. We know a whole bunch of people. Do you know anybody that uses the same services you use on a weekly basis, daily basis, hourly basis? Of course you do. Everybody does. So let's go talk to somebody else who wants to make a little income. So we're going to do the same thing. Help them get 3 customer points in their first 30 days. They're going to get $100 that goes to them, and you're going to get $100 for that. Well, man, your smile just got a little bit bigger, Frank. Because now you're starting to make money just not on your efforts, but the efforts of other people, doing the exact common sense thing I just described to you. Along the way, you're getting paid monthly off the services that you take, these customers that you take, and the services that you've enrolled. And so is he. And you're going to get paid not only on your customers, but on his customers. Frank, it gets crazy from here. Because there's team building bonuses here that I want to show you. When you get promoted with us, when that new person makes $100, goes to them, you make $150. And when they help somebody earn their first $100, you're going to make $50. And that's unlimited money, Frank. Now, all this is driven by the customers of the services that we use every single day. I got a couple questions for you, Frank. First of all, were you serious when you said you wanted your kids to go to private school? Remember I did Discovery with them? Were you serious when you said you wanted your wife driving in a safer vehicle? Were you serious when you said that you wanted to have options in your life? If you were serious, doesn't it make sense if you're going to go find a business that's going to work part-time, that you got to take time out of your busy schedule, shouldn't it just be common sense that you're already doing what we ask people to do? Have you used the phone lately? Yes. Have you turned on a light lately? Yes. Have you cooked food lately? Yes. Have you slept in your house lately when it's warm? Yes. All of these things you can get paid for, Frank. You're already doing them. I'm just asking you to just insert yourself into the equation. Do you know anybody that does the exact same thing? Yes, you do. You know anybody that needs some extra money? Yes, I do. How about if I told you that I will help you every step of the way, that I'm not just doing that because I'm a nice person, even though I try to like to think I am. I get paid to help you do this. I get paid. My income, what I love, the passion that I have is because I like to take people like you, Frank, and helping you make money. And then you become an example for other people, and we grow this worldwide. Timing is everything, Frank. I'm staring you in the face, telling you I'm going to work it with you. Are you ready to get started? 5 minutes. That's 4 minutes, 3 minutes. It's not, it's 5 minutes. Now, if Frank doesn't like network marketing, if Frank doesn't want to work the business, then Frank is an idiot. What are you worried about? It took 5 minutes out of your life. Move on. See you, Frank. Now have a good life. Hey, Frank, before I get out of here, man, you said you do all those services. Would you give me a shot to help you with those services, make a little money? More importantly, Frank, you'll have my number, so if you ever break down at 2 o'clock in the morning, you can call me. You need somebody to come over and help you move? I'm going to help you move, Frank. I need some of these customers. When you become my customer, you ask me to be a customer right there on the spot. If it's a cold contact, it's a give or take 50% chance you'll get it, maybe not. But more importantly is you're doing the deal the right way. That 5-minute presentation, I want you to work on right now. Your version of it. You work on it right now. Get with the person next to you. Hey guys, by the way, don't get with the same person you were just talking to. Mix it up a little bit. Sit and talk, go backwards and forwards. Don't do it just with the person you came with.